welcome back for another episode of Seeing Red Yaad Reviews. I'm Simon the writer and I'm here with
Rachid the Guna.
Now Rachid, RSPL is back.
Finally!
Beer Belly League time! I know, we're gonna stop calling it Beer Belly League because from what I hear, the league started off with a bang. Yeah. Do you agree or disagree?
It did. I saw some good games and some good results this weekend.
Tell us about the results.
Alright, the first one I want to talk about, the champions, which to me, Umberland are the real champions, but
no,
the national champions.
Who lift the trophy?
Arnett Gardens, but
I mean, tell them sorry.
The preliminary round champions are Umberland, to me anyway. But yeah, the overall champions, Arnett Gardens, played newcomers to the league forever. They've never played the league before. Sandals, White House, and Sandals South Coast rather, not White House. But they played some good football early on, but then they went down 3-1. Some preseason jitters, I guess, from Arnett Gardens in the sense that there's some transitioning still going on in the squad. I mean, they can't afford to pay players like they used to. They have no Decoy Williams, who was a rocking them defense, gone Portmore United. So there was a lot of questions to be asked about Arnett Gardens. Could they grind out a good result? Would they be caught up in trying to get this team transition quickly? But they got the result 3-1. Your thoughts?
Well, first of all, as we can see, money is a factor. And this is one of the things that we always cuss about. The fact that money can alter the league. So you have a player wanting to leave the champions because they can't pay him like they used to.
Yeah. Which
goes to say that the money situation needs to be fixed. Right? Good crowd or decent crowd as we noticed. Game being televised, but at the end of the day, can this revenue be continuous? And if we don't fix that, football going to be in problems.
I want to give a shout out to the Sandals South Coast goalkeeper. I thought he did really well. And he's actually a player coach for the team. So he was leading by example. And I was kind of wondering, what happens if he makes a blunder in this game? Would the pressure of playing the national champions get to him? But it really didn't. Even though he conceded 3 goals, I thought they gave a good performance. They had some issues with the penalties they conceded, but I want to see more from this Sandals team. Aaron Harris is an intelligent man, a good coach, and I want to see them stay up this season.
Right, Sandals have to take it one game at a time, being newcomers. Tell me about some of the other games. I know another newcomer played in the game right before that. It was a
Cavalier lost 1-0 to Portmore United. Portmore, they have some. I've always said that Portmore is the most indisciplined team in the league. I don't mean that in the sense that they're going around and roughhousing and fighting and all those things, like physical, like bad behavior, but in the sense of not being able to control the tackles and all of that. We saw a red card coming from them in the game, and at the start of last season, you had a lot of yellow cards. I think they conceded the most yellow cards and red cards throughout last season. And
now they come back with it now.
Yeah,
Portmore seem to be able to look like they're going to take it far and then falling off somewhere in the middle of the season. So maybe cards, fouls, all of these things can hamper, because if you're getting the most yellow or red cards for a season, you're not using the squad that you want to use every game. So how can you then propel yourself to be champions? So discipline is something that has to be watched and dealt with, because you'll watch a Premier League game and at any point in the game somebody might get up and fight, want to break out, and these are the little things that we have to do to improve the overall image of Jamaican football. So
let's go to another game.
Let's roll through some of these games.
Boys Town 1, Humberland, my champions 2. Humberland,
for the record, he doesn't have a competition, so I don't know what he's talking about theme champion.
Yeah, whatever. Alright, but Lenny Heights' first game with Humberland. I'm watching Humberland closer this season because Mike Henry, the club's chairman, has, like last season, has spent a lot of money again this year. They brought in, I think, either between 8 and 11 players. They brought in Romario Campbell, one of the best free kick takers in the league, from Waterhouse, and he got on the score sheet. He got the match winner, but it wasn't from a set play. It was actually from a header. So you wouldn't expect there. But one of the talking points from the game, one of the Boys Town players, Wayne Williams, he lost his girlfriend some weeks back in a shootout in Marvel. She died from a shootout, and he was playing.
Rest in peace.
He was playing in a black armband to honor her, and he said that he was trying to give a good performance for her. And I thought he did pretty well. Boys Town have always been one of the
rocket teams.
Right in the league, but they're getting some good support from corporate Jamaica now. I know that Leon Mitchell, who used to coach Rockford, is at Boyston as a chairman now.
Right.
And he's looking to bring some more sponsorship to that team. They brought in 3 players from Marlborough, and they brought in some other players. And what the crucial thing for Andrew Price now is to get this team meshed as quickly as possible, because last season they almost got relegated.
Right.
Because
and if they don't take it serious, they're going to this.
But you have to be sorry for them in the sense that they lost Shamar Nicholson, who was the league's top scorer. He went off to Norway. And they're still trying. They have to transition this team quickly. Last year, while they were in problems, they had a late pre-season, and they had a lot of young players coming over from the under 20 setup, because they're really a selling team.
Right.
So they had to get things going quickly, and it's the same this season. They have a new squad again, and it's important to see how quickly they can get this team gelled and pushing themselves up the league.
Yeah, I mean, Boystown is one of those known Jamaican football
heritage
hubs.
team.
Yeah, it's a heritage team. So it would be good if they stayed up. But at the end of the day, if they go down, somebody else comes up and somebody else takes an opportunity. So if they can't capitalize on an opportunity, football has to move on.
Another
just reload the rest of the scores. And
Reno beat Tivoli 1-0.
Alright.
Mobay United and Harbourview, they had a 1-1 draw. And UA and Waterhouse also had a 1-1 draw.
So we'll find a lot of teams not finding their identity yet through wins. And a lot of the draws, teams evening out. So maybe next week when it kicks off again, we'll see teams getting into their own and hopefully more wins. So that is a wrap up for the RSPL. Now we'll move on to
a step
higher, top tier.
Yeah.
Schoolboy football. Now, one of the things about schoolboy football is that what we'll find is teams trying to capitalize on opportunities. Why I say opportunities? Super Cup is one trophy.
Yeah.
Manny Cup is another trophy.
Yeah, the Walker
Cup is another trophy. Oliver Shield is a trophy. Ben Francis. Da Costa Cup.
Right.
So you have 6 titles that kids can go for.
Yeah.
Which is different than RSPL. You understand? Just like we said in previous episodes, you have all the traditional boys schools, or 3 traditional boys schools, winning a title.
Yeah.
Woolmer's winning a title, JC winning a title, KC winning a title. So these are opportunities for bragging rights.
Yeah.
This brings fans, this brings revenue. Now what I would love to see is how ISA can turn that into developmental money. We're hoping that they can find ways, and I see a lot of teams working hard at it. Now, to the games. KC. Go ahead.
No, you mentioned KC. I want to ask you quickly before you get into it. Do you see them winning Manny Cup this year? A lot of people are saying they're the favourites. They're out and out favourites.
But I don't know if you remember, I did mention that they should be a favourite this year.
Yeah.
Based on the fact that they've been winning under 14, they've been winning under 16,
right.
They went to Walker Cup final. And
in fact, they won those competitions 4 years in a row or something like that.
Alright, not that they won it all 4 years in a row, but in the space of 4 years, they won most of them.
Okay.
So if in 4 years there are 8 trophies, I think they won about 6 of them.
Right.
So there was an on and off year, but like 1 year they don't win under 14. I don't remember the exact.
Yeah.
But in the space of 4 years, they've been in one or the other. Now, with that said, when you look at how they played football, they're playing really good.
Yeah.
They played against Excelsior over the weekend and won what I would call a convincing 3-1.
Yeah.
Should have been more. And Excelsior made it 2-1 to make it seem like they were going to come back in the game, and right after that, some stunning goals as well. Outside the box, with the left foot to the right foot, they seem to be technically sound. A few other teams that are still on winning ways, for example, George's is on winning ways. JC seem to be looking like they're struggling a little, and Wilmer seem to be bucking the
with
toe.
JC though is that JC tend to come to the party late, They usually have slow starts and then they pick up when the competition goes into the deeper phase.
But they also haven't
they can't rule them out.
They also haven't lost a Manny Cup match in how many years? What, 4 years? So at the end of the day, they have never looked this shaky, which is interesting. And I think I'm wondering if it's not that they look worse, but it's just that the attention is shifting to KC. And the fact of the matter is KC boys playing football. From the midfield to the strikers, they look good. The goalkeeper looks sound and the defense looks sound. And then you have other teams, for example, Wilmers looks very fast.
Yeah.
But they don't seem to be very clinical.
But Wilmers has a deep bench though. That's what I give them.
But then the question is,
and they have some good coaches because they have Rudolph Speed as a technical director. They have Hugh Layla as a head coach.
But the question
they
now
have
is
Irving English helping out.
The question is, are they rotating? Because if they have a deep bench, they should be 100%.
Well, they have used the entirety of the bench in all the games they've played so far. But it's just a matter of Speed finding that core 11. I think he's still trying to work out who is going to be his main players when the competition gets deeper and they're playing the Calabars and the KCs and the JCs. Another team we have to mention.
I was about to say Calabar is my dark. You beat me to it. I was going to say that the dark horse that I have is Calabar.
Yeah.
And the fact that they have been poor for a few years.
Yeah.
But they have kept players. Because normally players are going out. Hakeem Williams being one of their best players in recent times, who went over to Georges to win Super Cup.
Yeah.
So the fact that they're keeping players is very important. Look out for the Calabar team. The Costa Cup, big wins from teams like Magati, Stets stumbling a little bit. They drew one on. Cornwall, I think, getting some close wins, but still keeping themselves in that top bracket.
I'm
so
not ruling out Stets. Not ruling out Stets.
Can't rule out Stets. But at the same time, just like how Lennon won the Ben Francis out of nowhere last year, you have to look at these small teams that people ruling out, because here's the thing about the Costa Cup. Less of a light is shone on them, right? So there are so many players that we don't know. We don't know what they're packing.
Yeah.
And that's why teams can just come out of the woodwork in the Costa Cup. But Stets Cornwall still seem to be favourites, but we'll have to see what these other teams are going to bring, and let's see what Magati brings to the plate. Outside of that, no international games coming up.
Well, actually, yes. The Reggae Boys have Saudi Arabia on October 7th in Saudi Arabia.
That's going to be interesting. I hope they can manage the heat.
And not just the heat, the culture over there, because there's certain things they can't do, and we know our players and be indisciplined.
Right.
And you don't want them to go over there and do something stupid like drink beer and then get arrested and all that. No, it's a serious thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So here what I want. Focus players. Let's get some victories. I love the experience, and I love that JFF is carrying us all over the place.
Yeah.
Gets us acclimatized to the international type of game, and hopefully we get a victory from them. People, please support the Reggae Boys. No matter what, we need football to develop. With that said, check out our other shows. Subscribe to the channel. You have Seen Red, the Premier League show. You have Yaad Reviews.
You have
podcast. 3 Reds and a Blue. Check it out. This is Simon the Writer out with
Rachid Parchment.
Big up. Lock off that pierce. Yeah, 30 minutes.